According to news reports, Tukur Mahmoud was arrested alongside his family members on his way to Saudi Arabia for Lesser Hajj. He was detained at the Cairo International Airport for 24 hours and is being repatriated to Nigeria. He was detained at the Cairo International Airport. Mr. Mamu, who is the publisher of Desert Herald newspaper in Kaduna, negotiated the release of some of the victims of the March 2022 Kaduna train attack. He, however, told Premium Times Wednesday morning that he has been flown back to Nigeria by Interpol after he was interrogated and nothing was found incriminating against him. He was accompanied by his two wives, wow, and one other person. He is expected to arrive at Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano on Wednesday afternoon and may be interrogated further by officials of Nigerian Secret Police Department of State Security. Why would they want to interrogate him? Somebody that left Nigeria has been negotiating with bandits and the victims of all these bandits. He didn't say anything. Oh my God. You see how we can embarrass ourselves. They are embarrassing themselves. It is now you want to investigate him or interrogate him. Okay. To know what actually happened. Mr. Mamu announced his withdrawal as the lead negotiator in securing the release of the hostages of the Abuja-Kaduna train attack after he alleged a threat to his life by the Nigerian government. The terrorists who attacked the Abuja-Kaduna train in March and abducted scores of hostages are still holding several of the victims, contrary to a rumor making the round that all the captives have been released. Tukur Mahmoud, who negotiated the release of some of the abductees, said it was not true that the terrorists have released all the captives. The gunmen have been releasing the hostages in batches, allegedly after collecting ransoms from the relatives. The latest set of hostages was released on 10th August when 6 family members of a former military administrator of Kano, Idris Gaba, and one other woman were freed. Okay. What we fail to do for ourselves, Egypt is doing it for us. Can you imagine? What a shame, 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 shame. When bandits are in power in Nigeria, what do you expect? What do you expect to happen? It is really laughable. And so it's funny and it's very, very unfortunate. Now, small, cup go soon full. Yes, the international community are watching us closely. The international community knows that bandits are the ones in power in Nigeria. It's a very good one. I have always wondered how a serious government will allow this accomplice claiming to be a negotiator. I watched him asking Nigerian government to act fast to pay for the remaining captives who couldn't pay for themselves. He has successfully negotiated the transfer of billions of naira to the kidnappers under the guise of getting the captives freed. The intelligence community needs to talk to this guy. He's not, no doubt, working for these terrorists and kidnappers. He is their representative. And the DSS did not see anything. Because I don't know how. Because how come does he has this privilege, or he has let me say privilege to be discussing with bandits? How come? What cannot happen does not exist to. Okay, what does not exist cannot happen. I don't know, whichever way. The God Almighty we serve must surely expose them one after the other, remaining Gumi himself. The whole world knows them more than we know them. I'm sorry to say this, almost all the Fulanis in Nigeria are terrorists. No human sympathy for all demonic activities in Nigeria. They are all above the law of Nigeria. If our government failed to catch them, I tell you true, I lie not. Time is coming when God himself will be catching them one by one. Asari Dokubo, who trained in terrorism together with Mohammed Yusuf and other top Boko Haram commanders, is raising an army in the mangroves of Ijo land, incorporating some elements of Fulani savages with the backing of our power brokers. All issue be in maximum prison with the hardest labor to show how strong he is. The videotapes himself doing push-ups, and after performing 10, he nearly died. was out of air, panting heavily and wheezing. Wonders they say shall never end. Shall never end. Okay, let's see how these guys, how they are going to. I don't know. The DSS, what were they doing? So it is now they want to do what? The same thing happened. The same thing happened in Dubai when the UAE government they've jailed some people, whether they released some names for Nigerian government or Nigerian government said they did their own investigation and they came with 400 people who are sponsors of Boko Haram, and they have been deceiving us. APC, Buhari, Malami, all of them have been deceiving us that they want to release the names of those who are sponsoring Boko Haram. See, today they can't do it, and nobody's talking about it again. You see the way they tactically handle the issue of a subsidy. They don't want to do it in their own time after they must have left. Somebody who said subsidy is a scam and he paid through 8 years. By June 2023, that time when they must have left, that is when he said subsidy will be removed. Is there sense in that? And when you talk, some people will tell you that you don't know what you're saying. Yes, the international community watching us closely. Now, yes, now small they go take the cash there. Now small they go take the cash there. Can you imagine? It's just unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Even get say they even return them back. What could have happened? They didn't find anything in him. But why did they allow you to go? To continue with your journey? That is my question. They would have allowed him to continue with his journey. This is not good for Nigeria. It's going to be the end of these train passengers. Why treat him that way? What do you know? How do you want him to be treated, as king or what? Why those he's negotiating for are dehumanizing Nigeria and collecting millions from abductees? Which governments are you talking about? Do we have governments? We don't even have any head, from local government to state to federal. What we are having now are people satisfying their stomach at the detriment of taxpayers. Only merciless military juntas take over will save us. Don't even be surprised Saudi Arabia authorities might hand in the episode, suspecting that such scenario could occur in their land. Oh, we know that the world is a global village. They think people are not aware, or they think that Nigerians are not aware that the whole world is aware of what is happening. That is why they will be trying to justify themselves. And when there was a time, what was this woman's name? Or Loretta Noche was talking about, he was trying to justify something. I think you think the international community don't know. The same way Buhari has been lobbying that IPOP should be tagged terrorist group, and they have not been able to do that, and that is what is even paining them. So guys, so that's just what we are hearing. Let's know what you think about this whole saga.